Well, I failed to get the frozen step for Frost from the Exploiter Orb Mother thing boss battle. I will have to wait until next time, but in the meantime, I need to come here, go to the terminal, go all the way to the bottom, and try and figure out exactly which one of these is Volt's systems. Well, that's what the systems looks like, so it's got to be that one. Do I have to actually build this is my next question, because I need this. I really don't want to build this. I have a blueprint. Okay, so I don't need to pick one up. But you have to come here and pick one up because it's the only place to actually get the blueprint. Now, did it actually replicate it? Yes, it did. It will take the usual vault buildy costy things. I'm not up for waiting that long for that. Normally I would just say let that go, but this thing, the shocking step, this will be the first of the ephemeras, or however that is supposed to be pronounced. I messed that up partway through actually saying it. This will be my first one. It needs a volt system, it needs the Vitus Essence, it needs 100,000 circuits. That's a lot of circuits, by the way, and 1,000,000 credits. There is a lot of these actually. There's the blood one, the frozen one, the grassy one, the smoke one. There's 5,000,000 credits. Not to mention, if they all cost the same, 500,000 circuits. I've been playing this game for 6 years and only have 665,000 circuits. That's a year's worth of circuits I'm about to spend on one stupid item, and I can't even touch it for 3 days. I rushed the systems. I ain't rushing that. Then 3 long, vigorous days later, it's finished. It says one blueprint left, but yeah, I was gonna say I only had the one. I've only dropped the one. This is actually my first one. Let's put it on Nova. Now, the whole point of this isn't as much the fact that these things cost a fortune, it is how to equip it. You go to attachments and a new slot appears. This will only appear once you have found and built one of these things. It does nothing visual. You can see nothing changes whatsoever. But, and this is why, this is one that I was going to get anyway, so I'm not so bothered that this happens to be the first one that I came across, but now when you walk, you leave electricity behind you, which looks pretty cool. I don't care what anybody says, that just looks cool. Now, the only problem here is, as you play this game normally, you see your sword for a second there and a second there, and you do a bit of jumpy and you don't really gonna see it, but everybody else is going to see you leaving this behind you. I've tried to come somewhere a bit darker and it hasn't quite worked out as I was planning. So for everybody behind you who gets to see this, yes, it's a lovely visual and it looks so nice. It actually does. I mean, I want the frost one still, the freezing step, not the frost step, but yeah. There's the blood one and the grass one and all the rest of it, but this one, depending on your frame and how fast you can run, can leave quite an effective trail behind it. I need somewhere bigger. And preferably darker, so you can kind of see this. Now, it has been explained that these things run off your energy colour. So whatever energy colour you have, actually, oh, I thought I had it for a second there, is the trail that you will leave. It's just, well, you can see from the jets, Nova happens to be purple. The other reason that I've thrown this on Nova is she kind of runs the quickest. It's her or Loki. One of them would have been the quickest for this, so you can kind of see the trail behind. And I'll admit, I was looking forward to getting the freezing step a bit more than this, but when it comes down to straight up visuals, yes, the smoke will look really nice from the Stalker, the blood one from Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. Freezing step I still want because, well, frost, but this one, yeah, I don't regret finding this one first, because they're just leaving effects like this behind you without having any abilities active. This is just how she's going to run, and this isn't sped up footage. My Nova is just that fast. She has pretty much... She doesn't have every sprint speed mod on anymore. She used to. She just runs really quickly, because if I take it off, you can see she's at normal sprint speed. Full sprint speed. Running into things. And I don't know why I still have her set up for this, because it's just so wrong. But leaving that behind, Nova, quick sprint speed, yeah, I'm actually loving these things a lot. I've seen a lot of people with all the different ones, but I hadn't actually seen anybody with the shocking one up until this point, which, no pun intended, but that was actually quite a shock, because I thought people would be going for this one. But it seems that the blood one and the earthy type one, that I can't remember what that one's called offhand, seems to be more popular. I haven't seen anybody with freezing step yet either, so these things are actually quite rare. And of course, once the Orb Mother has disappeared, the Exploiter Orb has disappeared because it's a temporary boss battle, this will go with her. But the other ones will still stay, but shocking and freezing will not come back for a while. A few weeks until she actually comes back. Then you'll be able to farm for these again, but that is leaving a long trail behind. Much longer at full sprint. I like the difference between it. Normal running speed, full sprint. I'm hooked. I'm leaving this on. Definitely. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time. Wish it was darker.